Hey you guys, what's up? I'm Christian, that's Corey, we are Super Kami Guru 9000, and this is our Naruto manga chapter review of 661. Before we get started though, I'd like to let you know about our Naruto Movie 1 review we just did. It's exactly like our DBZ movie reviews. If you like that format, you'll absolutely enjoy this. The link will be below. Also, please make sure and thumbs up that video and thumbs up this video. It's really the best way to support our channel and our content, and it's free. It literally takes 2 seconds. Just go click it. Thanks, guys. Now let's get to the review. So this chapter starts off with Naruto getting saved by Gaara as the beasts were ripped out of him. This is pretty much the whole beginning of the chapter. Gaara's just like, I won't let you die. This is also probably really symbolic because Gaara was saved by Naruto when he had his beast pulled out, and Naruto made such a great effort to save Gaara, so now Gaara's probably feeling entitled to return the favor. So that's kind of the beginning of the chapter, but Killer Bee also had his beast ripped out, but no one seems to give a fuck about him, right, Jory?
I really feel upset about that because he's one of my favorite characters in the series, and everybody's like, oh, Naruto, he's the ultimate Jinchuriki, we have to save him because he's our buddy and he's made us think about how our lives were so fucked up. But what about Killer Bee, the rapping badass? He's just sitting in a corner crushed under a fucking rock.
And no one cares.
No one cares about him. But at least Gyuki the Eight Tails was lamenting over the fact that, Bee, he couldn't really help him. But still, this is pretty much what you get from the whole Naruto stuff this week. But there's also Sasuke this week. He has a big encounter with Hashirama, the first Hokage, and he's not doing so good. He actually has all of these black chakra rods embedded in his back, and he is pinned to the ground. And apparently Madara is using these in his pressure points, and he can't use his chakra. But Hashirama has another plan because, of course, he's a very smart but stupid ninja. He has this technique that's apparently going to bind Madara when he uses his senjutsu abilities. And
Probably won't work.
Probably won't work. and it's kind of hard to tell how this chapter ends, frankly.
Yeah.
But essentially, he gives this chakra to Sasuke, who's going to use this on Madara. But before they get to that, let's talk about the meat and potatoes this week. The coup de grace, the badass stuff, Tobirama versus Madara. It was awesome.
It was a cool fight, but the finishing blow was kind of off-screen. Do you know, like, this whole chapter was really out of sequence. Like, we're kind of explaining it as it happened with each section. Like, it's just like, that's all that happened with that stuff. But this chapter, they kind of jump around. Like, the Gaara stuff comes back to in the middle of the chapter, and then they, like, cut back to the Tobirama Madara fight, and it's over. And all of a sudden, Tobirama just has a bunch of black chakra rods. And I was kind of expecting a little more. Like, I kind of thought this fight was going to go maybe all the way to the end of the chapter, and then we see the end at the beginning of the next chapter, but it's just super quick. Madara is so powerful, he just defeats everyone, even the Hokages, instantly.
Well, what's really funny, too, is because, like, a lot of these characters who have the black chakra rods in them, a lot of it, like, most of this happens sort of off-screen, like, all together. And, the same thing happened to Tobirama, obviously, but I do like the battle, how it started out with Tobirama coming in and using his signature, like, super speed and everything, but Madara just, like, jacks him right in the arm, and then his, like, kunai comes out, but then they start, like, they keep basically trying to trick each other with their different abilities. And what's
Definitely
really
a battle of technique. It's not like just a battle of straight power.
And what's really cool about this battle too is like Madara doesn't respect Tobirama at all. Like he hates him.
No.
He wants nothing more than to torture this motherfucker. In fact, this is sort of like his chance to get back at him for like sort of mortally wounding his brother Izuna. And speaking of Izuna, I didn't even mention this. There was that part where Hashirama actually made the comparison to Sasuke Uchiha. He said, the reason I'm going to give you the chakra is because I trust you because you're so much like Izuna, and this is why I think you'll be able to influence Madara without force. But it doesn't really matter. Let's get back to what's really cool here, this battle. And I think my favorite part was when Madara's like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just gonna start fucking this dude up. And he has the black chakra rod come out of his hand, he breaks it off, and then he just like throws it at his head. He's like, oh dude, you have a bug on your head. Oh, sorry man, sucks to be you. And I don't know, you can just see how ruthless he truly can be.
Yeah, but Tobirama's also really, by the way, this doesn't hurt me. I'm just a moving dead body. I'm already long gone. And I think Madara's almost just doing this for show or his own personal benefit right now. He knows he's not actually hurting this character. But, it's kind of cool. Madara's just like, I'm just going to throw a few sticks in everyone here. Now no one can interfere anymore. But speaking of getting interfered with, Sasuke just jumps in as the last chakra rod's or not the last chakra rod. Tobirama actually does do some last ditch effort.
Yeah, he spits this water attack right at Madara's face, and it sort of explodes, and then Sasuke just sort of comes in riding on the hawk, I believe.
Yeah. Well, he just jumps down and is about to like stab Madara, and then Madara, I'm assuming, is using some Renegon
ability.
Yeah, some sort of to hold Sasuke in place. Not like a Shenron Tensei, but like something where you can control the gravity, and he like
the force.
The force. Yeah, the force. He's using the force. And then so as he grabs Sasuke, he ends up walking up to Sasuke, picking up his sword, and the chapter ends with Sasuke getting stabbed through the chest, pretty much exactly where his heart is. If you look in, anatomy.
Some people
really
are
matter.
actually saying that the sword is right underneath his heart.
What there's no anatomy in anime. I mean, people get holes.
Or they could do that
them.
one bullshit trick from that Ninja Assassin movie where the heart is over here.
Oh, because
in the opposite direction. I don't know.
Well, he's still got a lung punch. That still hurts.
The point is, dude's got a sword going through his body, and there's a lot of theories here. It could be a genjutsu.
That's my thing.
This could be possibly related to Hashirama's technique. It's really hard to say right now. But we do need to accept the possibility that Sasuke could be killed here. It may not happen. It probably won't happen. It probably won't, guys. But this could be the death of Sasuke Uchiha. It could be.
It's in the realm of possibility, but I just refuse to believe, it's just difference of opinion here, I refuse to believe that Sasuke is going to get killed on the last page of one chapter and it not get stretched out over this should have taken 10 chapters.
Oh no, there's going to be the traditional
10 flashbacks.
Being held in Naruto's arms, blah, blood coughing up, I loved you, bro.
Yeah, that stuff needs to happen. But I also think it's symbolic because we got to get deep with manga because it always goes for symbolism. I think it's symbolic that Naruto's almost dead and now Sasuke's almost dead because
they're both they've both been pushed to the farthest at this point.
They're kind of like two sides of the same coin, so they kind of always try to keep them in the
That's
same.
sort of what Madara brings up in this chapter too, because he's such a fan of monologuing. The whole when he's talking to Tobirama, he's bringing up you can kill people and you can try to save people, but it's all the same side of the same coin. It's just typical villain bullshit that was probably the only bad part of this chapter, to be honest.
Yeah, speaking of criticisms, one, I thought the beginning was a little slow. We already got that Naruto has beast pulled. Excuse me. We already got that Naruto had his beast pulled from him, so I thought that the beginning dragged a little bit, and then the Madara monologue felt very repetitive. Because if there's one thing that Naruto's manga is guilty of, it is repetitive talking. And I mean that from the good guy side, too. Good guys come in and just preach. And then the bad guys come in and then they preach. And then you get a fight for half a chapter and then a whole nother chapter of preaching. Something like that. I don't know. Maybe
it's a pretty decent balance. On the upside, though, the rest of the chapter was exciting. The artwork was pretty good. There was some pretty decent action with Tobirama and Madara. The whole Sasuke thing was incredibly shocking. That's sort of what made this chapter this week. And frankly, it's just good to finally have the manga back after 2 freaking weeks.
I thought it was 3.
Maybe more.
I don't know. It was a while, though.
Point is, it's been a while since the last chapter. I think it was December. It was Christmas.
Yeah, and it was
Christmas.
It disrupts our schedule. I mean, when there's no manga, we're like, wait, what are we supposed to be doing now?
Exactly.
Wait.
We've been doing this for so long now, but still, it's definitely getting closer to the climax of the series. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next week. Do you have any predictions?
I would like to see Sasuke die. No, I'm kidding. I hope he doesn't die.
You said what I was going to say.
I just think that... First of all, I think that we're probably going to see Madara lose his Sage Chakra because the binding may not kill him. It's not going to kill him, but it may take away that ability. And that's a huge thing because that was like his whole strength right now. And I think we're going to see Sasuke and Naruto have to learn to rely on some new power because obviously Naruto lost Ninetales, so maybe he's going to have to develop some new Sage mode or something like that. And I think that Sasuke is going to come up with some sort of personal revelation, why he actually enjoys being a good guy now, because he's facing a pure evil person that has no real reason, and I think that that's going to help him grow as a person. There's my prediction.
My prediction, I don't think Sasuke is going to die. Okay. I say that I want him to die, not because I hate the character, but I just feel like it would be a really bold move on the move of the author. I just think it would really it would change everything in the series. And it would also be just such a huge death blow, to everybody, because Sasuke finally just became good again. He's working with Naruto, and things just completely go to shit. Everything's going wrong. On the upside, though, I do want him to live, though, because I still want to see the Naruto versus Sasuke moment, because we all want to see that. We just know that battle's going to be great, even if it's not a battle to the death. Otherwise, I think Madara is just going to continue to rape on the battlefield. I think he's probably going to even take out a few other main cast characters. I think it's going to be a couple more chapters before we see Naruto and Sasuke get back to full power.
Are the other Hokage there? The living Hokage there? Not Hokage, Kage, sorry.
They should be. Obviously, I just...
Yeah, they're there. They're
just there. It's just, I guess everything's just fucking exploding all over the place. And not only that, they probably don't want to get too close to Madara right now because, one, he is Madara, and two, he's standing on top of the Ghetto Mazo statue, which just swallowed all of the beasts, so it's probably about to turn into the Ten Tails again, so... Madara is probably going to turn into that weird, like, Obito form where he turns all white and shit and has the weird stuff coming out of his back. I'm imagining maybe that's what's going to happen.
Because that's what needs to happen. Madara needs to get a power-up.
But still, next week's chapter is what's going to determine what's going on. Is this a trick by Sasuke, or has Sasuke literally just been stabbed in the heart?
You know what? They might reveal what this last thing was, and then they'll cut away to the Kakashi fourth Hokage stuff, and we won't even know what's going on.
They would do that. They would do that.
Yeah.
Because there's a good chance the series is going to go on for about another year to year and a half. That's what they said in the interview. So, score this week, what do you want to give it?
I say 9 out of 10.
I agree, 9 out of 10.
Almost perfect.
Only reason I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 is just some of the dialogue was a little too heavy and unnecessary, and some of the parts in the beginning were just a tad slow. So, otherwise, really entertaining chapter, big shocking twist.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, you guys, for watching our stuff. We really do appreciate it. Make sure and give this video a thumbs up, the best way to support our channel. And until next time, Super Kami Guru 9000, out.